Welcome to the 51st Annual Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards Breakfast. Today we are beating the drums for Michigan, for Michiganders who have gone more than the extra mile. In 1954, George Weeks, architect of the Michigan Week across the state, promised a grand celebration, and we are here to deliver on that promise once again. Will all of you who are being honored today please stand at this time and remain standing. Drummers, if you may, drummers, you may start the festivities. Thank you. Thank you, drummers. It's now my pleasure to introduce one of our Michigan Week Committee co-chairs, Carol Hack. Carol, please jump.
Thank you, Tyler. That was a grand opening to a grand celebration that we're having today. This is our 51st, and I hope we have 51 more. We first welcome the West Bloomfield Fire and the West Bloomfield Police Department Honor Guard. Will everyone please stand? You may all be seated now. Thank you to the West Bloomfield Fire Department and the West Bloomfield Police Department for your honor guard, and thank you Walled Lake Western High School Band and Director David Rogers. One more applaud, please. And I do have to say, did that not give you goosebumps? I was not expecting that. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Walled Lake Western. Pardon? Oh my goodness, Walled Lake Central. I don't know why I said Western. I guess because we're in West Bloomfield. I don't know. Okay, next. I won't flub this up. Will you please? Oh, I asked you to be seated already. Okay. Next we have Pastor Monica William, President of the Greater West Bloomfield Clergy Association and Community Forum. She will offer our invocation this morning. Pastor Monica?
You're welcome. Good morning. It is a wonderful honor to be here among all of you this morning and to be in this community of folks that love and care about West Bloomfield and the West Bloomfield area. And such a wonderful thing to be able to be together with you today. I invite you to be in a spirit of prayer in a way that is comfortable for you in this time as we give thanks together. O holy and gracious God, who is the creator of us all, we come together this morning in a time when our communities often feel divided and under such stress. And yet, here we are, God. We're gathered as your people in this place, in this time, so that we might celebrate the wonderful things that are happening among us. And so help us, God, to drink this time in. Help us to celebrate among ourselves the good and the extraordinary and the kind and caring things that people are doing in this time and place. We give you thanks for everyone gathered here, for their ways that they serve this community and honor one another. We give you thanks for this food, that it might nourish us and strengthen us, and ask that you would do the same with our time together this day. All of this we offer up with hearts of gratitude. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Monica. We appreciate the ongoing support of the Clergy Association and Community Forum. We are a stronger community because of your relationship and your leadership and the presence of the organization that you represent. The goal of the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Committee is to make sure that every honoree makes a home run in the category that best showcases the devotion of our community. We want to make sure that their efforts hit it out of the park for the West Bloomfield community. Whatever today's MVPs do, it is done from their hearts. You each deserve to be recognized for your passion, your dedication, and your commitment. You deserve to be appreciated for your perseverance, your consistency, and your caring. To all being honored today, we want you to know that we are so very proud of you. We are proud of the difference that you make across our community, our state, and the world. We thank you for your service. We thank you for choosing West Bloomfield as a community where you live, worship, work, volunteer, and attend school. This celebration could only happen with the support of many partners, and we have many, and we thank you all for them. This year, we are so excited to add a new partner to the Michigan Week team. Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital is a 2023 presenting sponsor for the Greater West Bloomfield Community Awards Breakfast. Let's give them a hand. It is an honor for me to invite Shana Johnson, President of Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, to offer a special greeting. Immediately following Shana, Our co-chair, our other co-chair with me, will also share a bit more of what we are all about. Shayna, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Thank you for the invitation to share a few words this morning. I have the honor and privilege to lead the Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital as president. And on behalf of our entire leadership team, those that are in the room and not, we congratulate all of the honorees, and especially one of our own. It is great to see so many legislative and community members with us today in the room. If you didn't know, Henry Ford West Bloomfield is the largest employer in the city, and we take this with a sense of pride and also much responsibility. We strive every day to be your healthcare provider of choice when you're unwell, and most importantly, to help you to live healthy lives. We appreciate the partnerships that we have with many of you in the room, and we strive to serve to the best of our capabilities, and we will continue to do so to ensure that we have a thriving, healthy, inclusive community and safe community. So in closing, I want to take this moment of privilege to acknowledge that this marks the end of the week that we call Hospital Week and Nurses Week. So how fitting of us to have the stage. It culminates, oh yeah, let's clap for that. We have spent the week celebrating our heroes, doing many fun things. I have to give a special shout out to the West Bloomfield Police Department, who were so gracious to stand in for me this week in a pie in the face contest. So please look to social media, because we will have some pictures on social media soon. But we've had an amazing week celebrating our heroes. They show up each and every day to provide a great experience to patients, families, community members, and even team members. So I'd just like to express my deepest gratitude to you guys as our heroes, and I'm sure there are others from other healthcare systems in the room. So thank you all for what you do. And again, I'd just like to say thank you for allowing us to be the sponsor this year. This is the second time that I've been able to attend. What a pleasure it is to stand here before you, and we look forward to continuing to serve this community and being your provider of choice. So thank you again, and congratulations to all of the honorees.
Thank you, Shayna. Thank you for serving as presenting sponsor of Greater West Bloomfield's revered 51-year tradition. Thank you for playing such a critical role in our community. Will everyone join me in one more round of applause? Michigan Week was created in 1954 by the late Don Weeks. In 1972, it was felt to be the right time to add Greater West Bloomfield to the long list of communities that celebrated Michigan and Michiganders. We brought Michigan Week's 3 goals to our community. 1, learn our community history. 2, promote our community's advantages. And 3, build a spirit of cooperation. And we've done these 3 things for 51 consecutive years. You'll learn about Kego Harbor, Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, and West Bloomfield through the stories of volunteers and community leaders. The volunteers and public servants of Greater West Bloomfield are among the advantages our community offers. The year-long commitment of Michigan Week volunteers serves as a model of cooperation and team spirit. Believe it or not, even our fitness-loving buddies and runners out at sunrise sometimes struggle to stay motivated and inspired. Even famous athletes who've dedicated their lives to a sport struggle. Sometimes we all need a little inspiration. Today, you'll witness 56 all-stars from across our community who are being recognized. These champions join those from the past 50 years who continue to hit it out of the park. Join us today as we invite these winners to take a well-deserved victory lap. Today's MC is the perfect person for our MVP-themed celebration, Robert Brooks, who is known throughout our community. He's chair of the West Bloomfield Parks Commission and our own superstar. Robert?
Thank you, Pam. What a pleasure to be here with you today, celebrating these MVPs. For over 22 years, my family and I have enjoyed being part of West Bloomfield and the Greater West Bloomfield community. How great it is to be part of this rich, rich Michigan Week tradition. As I look around this room, I know so many of you. And as I celebrate, I first have to give thanks to my wife of 34 and a half years, Crystal Brooks. Every morning she prepares me for things unexpected, and we have 3 boys that have grown up in this community, and we moved here coming back from assignment with General Motors in Seoul, Korea, and from the time we arrived in July of 2001, my wife has been engaged. She's been awarded here at Michigan Week, and we've been here as part and parcel of this celebration. You know, as I MC this and look around the room, we as a community come together because of great people who serve, volunteer, and give their time one to another in community. And that is my personal story of being here with you today. Community means everything to my family. We've instilled it in our children. We're instilling it in our grandchild. And quite frankly, I have to tell all of you, you are like our family here in this community. So thank you for being here this morning, and let's move on to the awards. The first awards presented are to the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Treasures Honor Roll. Any school, organization, business, club, congregation, nonprofit, or public agency in Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, or West Bloomfield Township is invited to enroll one volunteer or one team in the honor roll. This new name honors Michigan Week's legacy. This inclusive honor roll was created in 2011. So, it's now time to introduce the Greater West Bloomfield, Michigan's treasures. Treasures, will you each please take your places in the hallway at the left entrance to the banquet hall? Committee members, will you greet and assist them? Now, community leaders serving Greater West Bloomfield, please join a receiving line to be the first to congratulate our honorees. Several of these public servants provide tributes for today's honorees. So please come forward as you are introduced. Committee members, please assist with seating on both sides of the stage. I'm honored to read the names. Gary Peters, U.S. Senate. Haley Stevenson, Congresswoman. Rosemary Bayer, State Senator. Noah Arbit, State Representative. Tiffany Tilley, member of the State Board of Education. Lisa Brown, Oakland County Clerk. Marcia Gershenson, Oakland County Commissioner. Kristen Nelson, Oakland County Commissioner. Robert Coleman, Mayor, City of Keego Harbor. Former Mayor and Council Member Norm Machker. Representing Norm, Finkelstein, Mayor, City of Orchard Lake Village. Jim Cowper, Mayor, City of Sylvan Lake. Steve Kaplan, Supervisor of the West Bloomfield Township and also representing the West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. Michelle Southward, President. Board of Education, Bloomfield Hills Schools. Peggy Casagrande, President, Board of Education, Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. Stacy Brickman, President, Board of Education, West Bloomfield School District. Carol Kravitz, President, West Bloomfield Township Library Board. Now may we all applaud them. Now I'd like to call your attention to the monitors as U.S. Senator Gary Peters has a special greeting for all of us.
Hello, I'm U.S. Senator Gary Peters, and thank you. Thank you for being here to participate in the Greater West Bloomfield, Michigan Community Awards Breakfast. I'd first like to thank our award winners. You all have made invaluable contributions to the Greater West Bloomfield community through hard work and your dedication to serving others. It's because of volunteers like you that the Greater West Bloomfield area remains a great place to work, to live, and to raise a family. I'd also like to thank the Greater West Bloomfield Week organization for your work to recognize the tireless efforts of these volunteers. Our community is stronger because of folks like you. Again, thank you for all that you do, and enjoy the breakfast.
Again, thank you very much, Senator Peters. This is the broadcast of the 51st anniversary of the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards Breakfast, and it's on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, FM station 89.3, and CivicCenterTV.com from Temple, Israel, and West Bloomfield. Okay, let's go on with our honorees. And I would just want to tell you that once the honoree has been introduced and there's going to be some applause, I'll be moving right on to the next honoree. If the honorees can just continue to pass through the receiving line, we'll move right through, okay? Thank you. Our first is Karen Bartos. She is a volunteer at Henry Ford Maple Grove Center. She is calm, encouraging, and with a sense of humor. Karen educates and assists family members navigating substance abuse disorder. Thank you, Karen. Julie Beatty. She is a West Bloomfield School Board member, and she channels her compassion and empathy into volunteering nationwide as an American Red Cross disaster response volunteer. Thank you, Julie. Mark Grackle is a valued member of our Orchard Lake Community Church, a humble and dedicated and talented volunteer. He recently concluded leading the year-long pastor search committee. Thank you, Mark. Natalie Hill. She is a Keith Elementary School student. She's kind, caring, and compassionate. She's on the student council as a leader, an eloquent public speaker. She is a member of the Keith announcements team. Thank you, Natalie. Kenneth Gutman, Deputy Superintendent at Oakland Schools. Clearly, he made his mark in Greater West Bloomfield Lake Schools. Thank you, Kenneth. Vincent Kirkwood. He has championed the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force during the pandemic and created programming that brought community members together to celebrate diversity. Thank you, Vincent. Rebecca Maldonado. She's an 8th grader at Walnut Creek Middle School. She shows kindness, support toward all peers and teachers. Rebecca consistently demonstrates compassion and empathy. Thank you, Rebecca. Eric Malloy. He's a volunteer, facilitator for the West Bloomfield Library's Let's Talk English Language Learners discussion group for over 5 years. He trains new facilitators so the program will grow. Outstanding. Thank you, Eric. Katie Palazzolo. She has been a part of West Bloomfield Schools for the past 18 years and the last 13 as an extremely engaged PTO president at Gretschko, Scotch, and West Bloomfield Middle School. Thank you, Katie. Ava Porter. She is a scholar athlete at Walled Lake Northern High School. She is the first to step up to help out. Everyone finds great comfort in approaching her to seek encouragement or support. Thank you, Ava. Johnny Rowe Kumar, Friends of the West Bloomfield Library Vice President, is a role model for how to get along with others. Friends, the library and the community are enriched by this treasure. Thank you, Johnny. Kathleen Russ, West Bloomfield Public Library Director, is a valued member of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. She eagerly offers support and guidance whenever needed. Thank you, Kathleen, and thank you for your support today. Adriana Salem is a Pleasant Lake Elementary School student who leads by example. An autism spectrum disorder student mentor, she promotes kindness and inclusion through her dedication. Thank you, Adriana. Christian Sonneville, a Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society leader. She secured $11,600 in grants, including from a large foundation to further the organization's mission. Thank you, Christian. Lisa Sobel is an integral part of the Walled Lake Schools Central Office team. She serves the community in multiple ways as a valued staff member and an engaging parent through our PTA. Thank you, Lisa. Zoe Toton is an 8th grade student at Clifford Smart Middle School. Her selfishness and desire to help others sets her apart. She is an active volunteer and a member of the National Honor Society. Thank you, Zoe. Walled Lake Northern High School Student Leadership is an outstanding collection of student scholars who focus on inclusion and making school a place where students want to attend daily. Let's have a round of applause for the 2023 Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Treasures Honor Roll. Thank you all. And at this time, our receiving line dignitaries, you can have a seat and take a bit of a break. Again, we are here at the broadcast of this 51st anniversary of the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards Breakfast, and it's on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, FM station 89.3, and CivicCenterTV.com, here from Temple, Israel, and West Bloomfield, Michigan. Volunteer service honorees, will you please assemble by the door on the left opposite the stage, and volunteers will assist you. Volunteer service honorees. With these service honorees, we recognize individuals who freely offer their time, their talents, to make a difference in their neighborhoods, their county, their state of the world. These are the people we think of when we hear the word volunteer. Their participation across the community definitely makes an impact to all of us here today and those in our community. Again, receiving line, as you're in your places, I'm going to give you a bit of Michigan Week trivia. Did you know that this is one of the original Michigan Week Awards and was once called the Michigan Minutemen Award? There could be up to 13 honorees, and the number is significant because of the 13 colonies formed prior to becoming the United States of America. So with that, there are 13 awards. So, let's continue with our awards. If our receiving line will stand again. Let's begin. Amanda Baker volunteers at Greshko Elementary 3 to 4 times a week. She never hesitates to assist in the classroom and is always readily available to help teachers or students, always with patience, a smile, and a genuine care for our students. Thank you, Amanda. Helen Campbell of Sylvan Lake. She has been a true friend and helper to someone who broke her nose and both elbows. Helen was with her friend in the hospital and aftercare facility, and now at home helping her friend with eating, brushing her teeth, and anything you need for your hands and arms for. Thank you, Helen. Al Carmichael. He used his influence to get 4 major Michigan-based bands to come play for free at a fundraiser to benefit 35 employees of Gino's Restaurant in Kego Harbor who were displaced by a fire. Participation at the fundraiser increased because of Al's involvement. Thank you, Al. Jeff Juba has been a member of the City of Orchard Lake Planning Commission for the past 10 years and is currently chairperson of the Orchard Lake Aquatic Advisory Board. Serving on the board for the last 6 years, the City of Orchard Lake Village is well served by his volunteerism. Thank you, Jeff. Jennifer Graham is a teacher at Chico Elementary. She has facilitated community forums and committees to ensure all students have a voice, a sense of true belonging, and equitable opportunities. She has been chairperson for the United We Walk Committee since 2016. Thank you, Jennifer. Larry Jack is a behind-the-scenes person who gets things done in Sylvan Lake. He places luminaries in Memorial Park for our heroes, supports local families financially, and donates household items, clothes, and food. He is Sylvan's secret Santa, but not a secret anymore. Thank you, Larry, for all you do. Renee Kubiak is a dedicated, longtime West Bloomfield School District volunteer. She has led 4 levels of math pentathlon, welcomes new families, and helps plan, decorate, and volunteer for the West Bloomfield Middle School Book Fair. Thank you, Renee, for all you do. Reese McNutt has been instrumental in establishing athletic opportunities for young women in middle and high school at St. Mary's Preparatory. She is one of the first rowers in the girls division, and she mentors younger rowers. She volunteers as a camp counselor in the area. Thank you, Reese. Officer James Pettinato. He has become a well-recognized face in our community. He fosters trust and respect for our West Bloomfield police officers. He's a great friend to all, and he is willing to participate in any opportunity that will help encourage positive relationships with youth. Thank you, Officer James Pettinato. Sarah Piggott is president of the Walled Lake PTSA Council. Because of Sarah's strong leadership and organization, PTA units district-wide continue their advocacy mission, partnering with all stakeholders to provide important programs and resources to support student achievement. Thank you, Sarah, for all you do for our students. Judy Suter. As Friends of the Library membership chairperson, Judy has increased membership from 575 to 644. Judy keeps detailed records about membership trends, has great ideas on attracting people to join, and has helped the Friends organization grow in number and in outlook. Thank you, Judy, for all you do. Sherry Ann Winter. She is the co-chairperson of the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force. Her volunteer commitment, organizing and planning events has made a positive impact as this year marks the second successful annual Black Expo for Black History Month. Thank you so much for all you do, Sherry Ann. Arun Nigapen and Ben Saperstein. Arun and Ben together have partnered to design and implement a free after-school tutoring program at West Hills Middle School. The tutoring program provides elementary and middle school students with individualized assistance for their schoolwork. Congratulations to both Arun and Ben. And congratulations to all award winners. How about one more round of applause for all? And now we recognize those under 21 who embody voluntary personal leadership in service to their community. These youth leaders are being honored and are personally selected by the school superintendent or headmaster in the district where they attend the school. Each has a stellar record of service and accomplishments and serves as a role model for their peers. We begin with Forrest Ken, a Bloomfield Hills High School student who is indisputably a leader in volunteering, logging over 350 volunteer hours to help edit a Detroit Chinese radio and television network radio show, and Forrest can always be counted on to help out at events at Bloomfield Hills High School. Thank you, Forrest, for all you do. Sophie Borowski at St. Mary's Preparatory. She's a student who delivers Meals on Wheels every Saturday and has done so for years. At her school, Sophie collected 3,000 pounds of candy for the troops and coordinates an annual food drive. She is giving, generous, a role model for other students. Thank you, Sophie. Lindsay Humamu is a Walled Lake Central High School student, student body executive president, an officer in the National Honor Society, Red Cross Club, Chaldean American Student Alliance, and active in other organizations. She has more volunteer hours than any other student. Outstanding. Thank you, Lindsay. Lexi LaFata. She's a student at West Bloomfield High School. She volunteers as an ambassador, serving as a partner and leader for students with special needs. She's a student representative to the West Bloomfield Board of Education and the student community. Thank you, Lexi. Congratulations goes out to all of these young leaders, their families, and their schools. Thank you, and again, let's give a round of applause to these young leaders and their families. Now we turn our attention to the Environmental Stewardship Award, where we salute local caretakers of our planet's natural resources. The recipients of this award routinely engage in exceptional education, outreach, and initiatives that protect the environment. Leaders in environmental stewardship are passionate about conservation, guardianship of our land, air, and water resources. We begin with Alan Jaros, Director of the Bowers Farm and Johnson Nature Center in the Bloomfield Hills School District. He works tirelessly as an environmental steward and visionary leader in community agriculture in Bloomfield and across Oakland County. Congratulations, Alan. Mike McKinstry is a professional fisherman who prioritizes time to volunteer with West Bloomfield Parks to deliver unique fishing programs to families. The special bond he makes with kids and inspires future stewards of our lakes, streams, and overall watershed. Thanks, Mike, for all you do for our West Bloomfield Parks. Accepting tributes for Jay Millen, our Rabbi Ariana Gordon, and Rabbi Josh Bennett. Jay Millen is instrumental in creating, developing, and maintaining the Temple Israel greenhouse. He works tirelessly to grow plants in the greenhouse, builds a community of leaders to support the greenhouse, and teaches our youngest students about planting. Thank you, Jay, for all you do. Dawn Moles, a Sylvan Lake environmentalist, is certified wildlife rehabilitation. She turns a passion for animals and preservation into an avocation, protecting Michigan wildlife, rescuing and nursing to health wildlife that without her help may perish. Thank you, Dawn, for all you do. Now the Walled Lake Outdoor Education Center, led by Carrie Martin, Director, who supports the education of the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools community. This Walled Lake Outdoor Education Center brings nature into classrooms and also places students into the heart of its natural beauty. Congratulations to Carrie Martin on behalf of the Walled Lake Outdoor Education Center. Now we move to our Community Achievement Awards that honor community-based organizations for a project or endeavor that brings together several people and or organizations to benefit the greater good. These are volunteer organizations that work to improve the quality of life for all. Our first awardee is our Winter Wonder Park, which is a unique holiday event created by the Kego Harbor Parks and Recreation Commission, chaired by Kristen Sonneville Douglas. It's with great creativity, commitment, and dedication, board members, volunteers, designed and executed a memorable holiday experience, building social connections for all ages. Thank you, Kristen, and thank you to the entire Kego Harbor Parks and Recreation Commission. Next, we have the Sylvan Lake Game Nights for adults and kids, which brings together neighbors in a positive, fun-filled family atmosphere. The brainchild of this is Feather Buchanan, and it's with the adult game nights that included card playing, mahjong, and yoga. The kid-sized version features summer lawn games at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. Again, congratulations to the Sylvan Lake Games Night for adults and kids. We have the Walled Lake PTSA Council led by Sarah Piggott, President. She is she leads the governing body, providing leadership and guidance, Walled Lake School District PTAs and PTSAs, strong alliances between parents, local PTAs, administration, school board, Michigan PTA, and the national PTA benefit every child by speaking with one voice. Congratulations to the Walled Lake PTSA Council. Next, we have the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force, a volunteer organization led by Sherry Ann Winter and supported by West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Commissioner Vincent Kirkwood, where we believe cultural, ethnic, and religious differences represented in West Bloomfield make our community unique and dynamic. Engaging in events improves our quality of life for all people. Congratulations and thank you to the West Bloomfield Diversity Task Force. The Board of Benevolence and Outreach of Pine Hill Congregational Church, which is led by Linda Ketterer and Sue Welcome, supporting West Bloomfield schools with blessings in a backpack and making lunches for Project Noah with Temple Shur Shalom, expands the love and care of Pine Hill across this entire community. Thank you so much for the Board of Benevolence and Outreach of Pine Hill Congregational Church. Thank you to all in that award category. Let us again give an applause. This next award category is a great friend, and I'd like to have him stand. Jeff Lieb, I'd like to recognize you as you're here. Jeff is not only a great friend, but he's been a mentor to me in my later part of my life, and he is the epitome of someone who comes alongside of you to be supportive in a way, a fatherly way to me, that gives me the courage and the endurance and the fortitude to be active in my community. And with that, I thank you, Jeff. The Jeff Lieb Lifetime Leadership Awards salute individuals who make a special contribution to the community through dedicated service over a number of years. The recipients are volunteers and or professionals who work to further the cultural, civic, educational, spiritual aspects within the community. The leaders go well beyond the call of duty. So our first to be acknowledged is Lisa Berkey. Lisa has served as executive director of the Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition for more than 13 years. She's a visionary leader whose focus on building community partnerships to reduce high-risk behaviors to help ensure that our youth grow to their greatest potential. Lisa, thank you. Our next awardee is Denise Dunn. She focuses on the educational experience of all students in the Walled Lake Schools, and she is a member of the Board of Education. She helped lead the Parent Advisory Committee's review and development of the county plan for delivery of special education programs and services. Thank you, Denise, for all you do. Next, we have Amy Hughes, principal of West Bloomfield Middle School. She's a remarkable leader who for more than 30 years significantly impacted students, teachers, and the community. She successfully transitioned all stakeholders from 2 middle schools to West Bloomfield Middle School. Accepting on her behalf is Assistant Principal Jermaine Evans. Thank you. Next, we have Lee Jafke, who is a 50-year leader of the Rotary Club of West Bloomfield. Lee has dedicated his life to volunteerism and is a wonderful role model to all of us with 50 years as a leader. He is the quiet, dedicated, reliable, dependable champion of the community and the ultimate community cheerleader and constant contributor to the Greater West Bloomfield community. Thank you, Lee, for all you do. Next, we have our police chief, Michael Patton. Mike guides the team and secures West Bloomfield Township's position as the #1 safest community in Michigan with a population over 25,000 people. He is a silent booster, volunteer, ambassador, and diversity champion, always promoting Greater West Bloomfield. Congratulations, Mike. And now the receiving, you can be seated again and take a break. Let's give another round of applause for all of those awardees. And I'm going to welcome Pam Sajak up to the podium, I believe. Maybe not. Okay. I'm not going to offer. I'm going to change that. I'm going to state that I'm here already. So, with that said, I have the awesome honor today to present, on behalf of my great friend, Jack Freed, the Jack Freed Award. And it's called the Jack Freed Emerging Leader Award, which pays tribute to our friend, Jack Freed. As I reflect on my friend Jack Freed, I want, first of all, if any of his family is here, I'd like them to stand. Is any of his family here? Ah. I almost feel like they're sisters of mine at this time. But thank you for being here, and it's my honor to present on behalf of your dad. You know, to Jack, community and communication was everything, and throughout his engagements, you knew it and understood it, and his great wisdom would be shared with you through any word he gave you. Again, today we have the opportunity as we come together to share within this greater community his vision of creating community of love. Jack held the mantra of this annual Michigan Week celebration as a great event to learn how residents are and can become engaged with community action. As a community connector and visionary, Jack learned all he could about me and about the community. He learned about my experiences, and before I even knew it, he put me to work as one of his many community disciples. And that's what I feel like today. Active listening was one of Pastor Jack's treasured skills. We should all practice it to be in community with one another today. Today, I'd like each of you to be encouraged to adopt his mantra and skill sets of active communication, active engagement, and also knowing and being known as a volunteer and advocate. Another area of his love is seen in his actions to shape his community. He left nothing untouched, from township planning to schools to police, fire, even to the communities adjacent within this greater West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. Today, we get to pause and thank his family for his life while lifting one another in community as one. Pastor Jack remains a legend among those who knew him well because of his mode of operation and inspiration. Let us continue to celebrate this very special life of community together. And now I present to you the Jack Freed Emerging Leader Award, presented to individuals who demonstrate by their leadership that they are stepping up to assume a broader community role. They excel at more than one thing, and they epitomize the values embodied by Michigan Week co-founder Jack Freed: commitment, curiosity, creativity, communication, and community. Now we begin with those awardees. First, we have Deborah Glazer. Deborah is a district nurse for our Bloomfield Hill schools. She's a resident of West Bloomfield. Debbie advocates for the youth in our community every single day through her lead by example, stewardship, and servant leadership style to promote community health and well-being. Again, congratulations, Deborah, on this wonderful Nurses Week. Next, we have Kelly Heyer, who is our West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Supervisor. She is an enthusiastic ambassador for Greater West Bloomfield. She is a valued contributor to many of the events and activities that promote social connection and expand the value of West Bloomfield living. Thank you, Kelly Heyer. Our next awardee is Scott Long. Scott is a phenomenal leader and educator in West Bloomfield School District who makes a tremendous impact on the community and especially on my sons. He's an assistant superintendent of learning services. He successfully dedicates his time, energy, and resources to improving lives and facilitating very, very positive outcomes. Thank you, Scott, from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. Nubosu Stokovic, Walled Lake Consolidated Schools teacher and coach, is a homegrown graduate of the district. In over 20 years, he found new ways to innovate and inspire the next generation of students and student athletes while making a difference through community fundraising and charitable efforts. Thank you, Nubosu. Luke Valpole is a student and young philanthropist attending St. Mary's Preparatory High School. Every Saturday, he volunteers at World Medical Relief, packing medical equipment for underserved communities. Luke engages his peers with creative designs for raffles, tournaments, and fundraisers. Congratulations, Luke. And as we close that tribute for Pastor Jack, again, let's give a round of applause to the awardees. And for Pastor Jack, one of our founders of this beloved Michigan Week tradition. Thank you so much. Michigan Week's community partners have always played an important role in the Community Awards breakfast. It's now our pleasure to invite Suzanne Levine, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, to join the receiving line to present the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce Excellence in Civic Leadership Award. Susan, please join the line. She's not here. Okay. Matter of fact, will Township Supervisor Steve Kaplan please come up, representing Suzanne Levine, join the receiving line, and make this presentation. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Robert. We know that West Bloomfield Hospital is the best in the state. We're very fortunate. Today, Dr. Manu Malhotra, he's the Chief Medical Officer at Henry Ford Hospital, and he's being honored for the great hospital and staff he has recruited and maintained. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Again, thank you very much, and congratulations to Dr. Manu Malhotra. Now I'd ask the presidents of the Optimist Club of Keego Harbor, the Optimist Club, and Rotary Clubs of West Bloomfield, please join the receiving line. Those presidents' names are Eddie Delbridge of Keego, Brittany Trout of West Bloomfield, and Marlon Mackey of West Bloomfield Rotary. These three organizations proudly serve the community and the youth and are the center of everything they do. With the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, they have a scholarship called the Be Like Bob Scholarship, by which we have an awardee today. Our first place award goes to Lauren Unabu, if she will come forward. She is a West Bloomfield High School student. She received their $2,500 scholarship, and she will be attending Michigan State University. Our second awardee is Lexi LaFata. She is a West Bloomfield High student, and she received $1,500, and she will be attending Adrian College. The Keego Harbor Optimist Club had an essay, and their essay winners on their 2023 essay topic, which was, who is an everyday hero that brings out the optimist in you? Their first place winner is Daniela Alba, and if she would come forward, of the West Bloomfield High School. Not here. Okay. Second place is Persia Arganvin. Argami. Congratulations. Our third place is Graham Kubiak. Congratulations to the Kigo Optimist Club awardees. Next, we have our Rotary Club of West Bloomfield, which has its Strive scholarships. And the first, their winner is Khalil Terrell Durant. Khalil is a senior at West Bloomfield High School, and he'll be attending Alabama A&M to study engineering. Next, we have Michaela Abrams, who is a senior at West Bloomfield High School. She will be attending Eastern Michigan University with a full ride scholarship to study nursing. Congratulations, Michaela. And thank you to the presidents of those clubs. Thank you for the clubs and our Optimists and Rotary clubs and all you do. Receiving line, we appreciate your patience. Please feel free to take a seat if you'd like. We're confident that you'll want to be present for the next two award presentations. For these next two award presentations, we have our presenter and chair extraordinaire of our awards committee, Deb Macon. Would you welcome her to our stage?
Thank you, Robert. We so appreciate your stepping in as MC for this 51st Michigan Week Community Awards celebration. Your experience, perspective, well supports the Michigan Week Committee making good on one of its goals: demonstrate our community's advantages. It is our tradition to conclude the award ceremony with the presentation of the Dr. Seymour Grechko Youth Advocate Award, one to a group and one to an individual. In 2002, the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Committee instituted an award to perpetually honor one of our community's great heroes, a man whose focus on how will it impact the child so permeated his thinking that it would only be fitting to create a new method of honoring those who go well above and beyond the call of duty in their love, their care, their concern, and their advocacy for our community's youth. If I must err, let me err on the side of the child was one of our late superintendent's mottos. The Dr. Seymour Grechko Youth Advocate Awards will be presented for unerring, uncompromising, unrestrained support of our youth. The recipient of the 2023 Dr. Seymour Grechko Youth Advocate Award, presented to a group, must model visionary leadership, contribute to building a more inclusive society, be recognized for a sustained partnership on behalf of youth, and motivate others to strive for professional excellence. The 2023 Grechko Group Honoree takes development of leadership skills to a new level by actively studying and practicing skill development. Members of this group are sought-after volunteers known for their inclusive engagement style all across the community. This group regularly takes on the difficult subject of destructive decision-making by making and producing a mock car crash which is witnessed by students all across their district to make it clear that destructive decisions not only impact them and their families, friends, and community. Congratulations to the 2023 winner of the Dr. Seymour Gretschko Youth Advocate Award, presented to a group, the Walled Lake Northern High School Student Leadership. Will staff advisor Cynthia Stars, will you please come forward? By the way, several of you are new to Michigan Week, and it is always our tradition that there are only two other people who get to speak. Those who are receiving the Dr. Seymour Gretschko Youth Advocate Award. So would the student leaders like to be here at your side while you, Cynthia, offer a few words?
I'm surprised. I don't know what else to say. I work with such an amazing, just an outstanding group of students. I couldn't do it without them. And so what I'd really like to do is I would really like to turn it over to my president, because the kids run everything. This is all student driven, and they're the ones who deserve this award.
Please.
So I'd like to turn it over to Jacob Fries.
Excellent.
Wow, thank you for this opportunity, everyone. First off, I'm Jacob Fries. I was this year's current president. I worked alongside Charlie Jablonski, who is my vice president. And then since we were both seniors and we are graduating this year, obviously, we are handing off the honor of being president and vice president to Isabella Rushwin as president and Megan Kuhn as vice president. Obviously, like my advisor, Ms. Starr, said, she couldn't be able to do it without us, but more importantly, we wouldn't be able to do it without her, always playing the devil's advocate, playing on the real side of everything, making us make smart choices and everything like that. But more importantly, I think we'd all like to thank the Walled Lake community, who strives alongside with all of us to be able to do the things we do, such as our gift drive, the mock car crash they talked about, and everything like that. But we wouldn't be able to do it without everyone here in this room, everyone up alongside me, and everything like that. So thank you all for this opportunity and this award.
Thank you, thank you. It is a pleasure to acknowledge the great work of Walled Lake Northern High School student leadership. The Dr. Seymour Gretschko Youth Advocate Award for an individual is presented to someone who models visionary leadership, contributes to building a more inclusive society, is recognized for their personal sustained impact upon the community, for someone who creates effective partnerships on behalf of youth, and motivates others to strive for professional excellence. This honoree has a strong connection to the community. This individual's ability to motivate led to many, many individuals seeking and being selected for higher leadership roles. This honoree is politically savvy and has informed and influenced the positions and thinking of legislators across the region, across the state, and across the country. This honoree served as an administrator in 3 school districts and superintendent in 2. This honoree's mantra, every child, every day, Congratulations to the 2023 winner of the Dr. Seymour Gretschko Youth Advocate Award, to an individual, to Kenneth Gutman, Deputy Superintendent of Oakland Schools. Oh, here he is. And just so you know, we had already acknowledged secretly to plan to have Mark Ziegler here so that Mark could be among the first to congratulate Ken. Mark himself, a Gretschko honoree and a longtime leader school board member in Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. Ken, it would be our privilege to have you say a few words. Thank you.
Wow. So I have to tell you that this is especially touching to me. Cy Gretschko hired me in 1992 as a teacher. Lack of judgment, he promoted me to an assistant principal role in 1996. And he always served as a beacon, as a North Star in my career. His expectations were here, and he never lowered them. You know, he was just one of those people who always stays with you. And so to receive this award, and by the way, I don't know why I'm calling him Cy. I was always afraid to call him Cy. For anyone who knew him, he was Dr. Gretschko. He was not Cy. To receive this in a community that I love, where I raised my children, where I was able to serve as a student teacher and a parent in Bloomfield Hills, to serve as a teacher and assistant principal in West Bloomfield, and to serve the last 12 years in Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. It means so much to me. And so, there are no notes here for me, by the way. That would have been nice. And to receive this in the place where I received my religious education means so much. But I also want to say, what means a lot too is that my dad's here. If you wouldn't mind standing. My dad, who's a career educator, 40 years, maybe longer, I don't know. A lot of years in education, gave me some wise words when I was growing up. He said, whatever you do, be an accountant. And so, I appreciate, so I did not follow his words, but I did follow his deeds. It's an honor. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And as Cy Gretschko said, you err on the side of the child. These communities do err on the side of the child. If it can't be done here in West Bloomfield, it can't be done anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. We are so grateful and appreciative that you chose Greater West Bloomfield to raise your family and for your professional career. The Michigan Week Committee is proud to host this premier volunteer leadership recognition experience. This year's event is built upon many, many well-established relationships, and many thank yous are due. Greater West Bloomfield Cable Communications Commission, and there are several members of the commission present. Will all of you stand so everyone can say thank you? I know you're here. Civic Center TV and Michigan Digital. Thank you, Dave Scott and team. Thank you, Dave Alberry, both of you for paving the way for our success. You've been the Michigan Week Committee's MVP many, many times over. Your empowering support, confidence score big, and the entire Michigan Week team is grateful. We dream big, and you deliver even bigger. Thank you, Robert Brooks, for everything you have added today. And a few people pulled me to the side and said, that Robert knocked it out the park. Thank you, legislators, and special thanks to your staff. We know them by first name because they are the ones who provide the certificates, and some of you go way beyond what we even dreamed. Thank you so very much. We are appreciative. Oakland County Clerk and Register of Deeds Lisa Brown and State Senator Rosemary Bear. Let's just say the most certificates and tributes, as well as the biggest, came from these two. Okay, for next year, everybody, this is not a competition, okay? All right, the Michigan Week Committee is an all-volunteer organization, and we joyfully work all year to plan this event. Just imagine the relationships, partnerships, and fun we have while doing it. Do reach out to any of us through our contact tab at michiganweek.org or grab any of us in the striped shirts, and we would love to hook you up so you can be in on the fun. In 2022, our friend Pastor Jack said something that continues to inspire us. The future of Michigan Week is up to us. So who here will help assure that we get another 50 years? Oh, and by the way, just so you know, 2024 is a milestone year. It's the signature anniversary. It's a signature anniversary of the founding of Michigan Week at the state level. And in 2024, the Michigan celebration will be 70 years old. So start thinking who will help all of us here keep this going, because there's so much more to Michigan Week than a single event. Many, many, many more things. Thank you, Michigan Week volunteers. You truly know the meaning of volunteerism and giving and sharing. Each of you shared your time, talent, treasure, and trust, and helped think in creative ways. And we need you to know who the members of the Michigan Week Committee are. All right, all of you in the room, stand up, please, and wave when you hear your name. Dave Alberry, Rosemary Bear, Debbie Binder, Lisa Brown, Katrina Crane, Dan Durbin, Lou Goutman, Carol Hack, Committee Co-Chair, Mary Halale, Karen Hughey, Sarah Jacobs, Lisa Kaplan, Tyler Keefe, Larry Lee, Deb Macon, Kendra Montante, Bart Moretsky, Helen Jane Peters, James Pettinato, Karen Pushy, Awards Co-Chair Extraordinaire, Kathy Rush, Stephanie Scher, Dave Scott, Dr. Kanya Smith, Duane Sonneville, Megan Teheko, Emily Tobin, Sue Williams, and Pam Zajac, co-chair. Thank you. Here is another tradition. We know that many of you here have been recognized as a Michigan Week awardee in the past. Will anyone in the room who has been recognized with a Michigan Week award, either in person or virtual, stand up so we can appreciate you? We know you're here. It takes all of us together to move our future forward. Thank you to all the financial sponsors of Michigan Week. Presenting sponsor, Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, Greater West Bloomfield Treasures, Ken and Deb Macon, Auk Construction Company. Community sponsors, Rosemary Bear, Optimist Club of Keego Harbor, Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. Stewardship sponsors, Robert and Crystal Brooks, Lisa Brown, Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society, Marcia Gershenson, Stephen Lisa Kaplan, the Rotary Club of West Bloomfield, Walled Lake Consolidated School District, and our very generous in-kind sponsors who donate more services and work than imaginable. Bill Bertakis, Bloomfield Hills Schools, and the amazing Mary Halali, West Bloomfield Township Public Library, our favorite drop-off spot for all of the awards. Temple Israel, West Bloomfield Parks, and the amazing Megan Teheco, West Bloomfield School District, and another amazing Kendra Montante, winning imprints. Will each of you now mark your calendar for the second Friday in May? We've already booked the date. Same place, same time, right here in 2024. We'd love to have you be part of helping celebrate a 52nd year anniversary. This is about strengthening social connections, 52 years of teamwork and 52 years of civic-minded organizations serving Greater West Bloomfield. Emily, thank you for designing those wonderful creative centerpieces, and our co-chairs have asked me to come up with a way so that those who want to hold in their head and heart a continuing experience will the honoree whose birthday is closest to today, you get first dibs on the centerpiece, all right? So you get first dibs. Thank you for watching the 51st and participating in the 51st Annual Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards celebration. And on behalf of the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week team, may you have many, many more wonderful Michigan morns. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all so very much.